Hello to my beautiful Mom Junction community. I'm Arsha, the content head of momjunction.com, and today I'm glad to have with us Dr. Purneshwar Sawant from Charak Pharma. So, Dr. Purneshwar Sawant holds a master's degree in Ayurvedic medicine, and Charak Pharma is a leader in the Ayurvedic sphere for the past 70 years, especially in the gynec field. Charak Pharma's products are known for their high quality standards around, and they are sold in 35 countries around the world, and they boast of 100 million satisfied customers around the world. Their products are also prescribed by 20,000 doctors across India. Dr. Sawant, it's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you so much, Arshia. Thanks for having me here today, and thank you for such a lovely introduction.
So, Dr. Sawant, as you know, winter is here, and we all love to, cozy up with our kids with some piping hot chai, some pakoras. But unfortunately, the dark side of the season is that it's also the season of cough and cold.
True, true. Not just
Yeah, and
the
on
season of cough and cold, I would also like to add here that we have already been through a very uh, tiring episode of this pandemic and coming out of that, and now facing this seasonal changes issues. So it's definitely tiring for the moms.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Like on top of that, like you pile on your kid who's suffering from seasonal allergies, and then there are symptoms like congestion, recurring coughs, and it just makes your not only your kid's life miserable, it's so taxing on the mothers as well. Like they get so like you can't see your kids in so much pain and so much discomfort, and
Absolutely.
yeah, and then I think it's a misconception where people feel like, if it's just a mild cough or a mild cold, like, it's nothing to worry about. But yeah, I do think that this is something to take seriously, especially in this pandemic situation,
Yes,
right?
absolutely, absolutely. And it is a very
Yeah.
exhausting kind of an ailment. It completely stresses you up and completely drains you off once you have a cough and cold, and it's always lasts for around a week or so it's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
tiring.
Definitely. And, apart from, we can't even just blame the seasonal changes. There are also many environmental factors that I've been told that can also trigger these coughs and colds.
Yes, there are environmental factors, and there are so many factors which can trigger these things. But I would say, thanks to this pandemic, we all have understood the true power of Ayurveda. Like we have started believing again in its principles and its philosophies, and we have all realized that environmental factors and other dietary factors are always going to be there. If you need to tackle with these things, the only thing which can help you is your own immunity, and I think that is where Ayurveda comes in picture. And I think that is a way of living which will help us to enhance our immunity and fight with all these allergies and pollution and all these things. So glad would be glad to discuss that further.
Definitely, definitely. I, for one, have definitely like started switching to Ayurveda after, I've tried so many cough syrups, so many over-the-counter medicines, and, after realizing that none of this is effective, like when my grandmom used to say Adrak wali chai works, now that I know that it works,
It really
and all
works.
of these natural remedies definitely have an edge over these modern medicines, and I really
Absolutely,
want to try them
absolutely.
out, not just for my kids, even for myself, my whole family. And especially when it comes to these seasonal and allergic coughs that we're talking about today.
Yeah, true, true, absolutely.
So, to all of my Mom Junction community, I would just like to say that today Dr. Sawant and I will have a conversation about what triggers seasonal coughs in kids, and how to combat them, some tips that you can follow to improve your immunity, and the various benefits of Ayurvedic solutions. And we would also like to answer our viewers' questions, so please feel free to leave your questions and your comments below while the session is in progress. Is that good enough for you, Dr. Sawant?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's the intention, that's the purpose. A lot of moms, I'm sure, would be having a lot of confusion and queries about how can they use Ayurveda for their kids and some home remedies also. So they're always welcome to ask questions.
Yeah. So my first question for you would be, the very first question that pops into anyone's head, which is, what triggers a seasonal cough in kids? And are there like any simple remedies that we can follow to, ease those symptoms for them?
Yeah, absolutely. Now as I said, Ayurveda has stated all these things long back. So today we are dealing with this problems called as seasonal coughs because already our immunity levels are terrible. So this minor seasonal changes which happen, they affect us in a bigger way. So how to deal with this is something which has been stated in Ayurveda long back. Whenever there is a season change, there are certain changes in the atmosphere that are happening. The climate changes. Now, if we talk about winter, there's a lot of dryness and coolness in the air. Okay, so similar changes are also happening inside our body. Okay, and to deal with these changes, Ayurveda has suggested that you have to make certain changes in your routine, in your lifestyle, in your diet. Okay, but in today's busy and sedentary lifestyle, we barely get time to think. Arey, season has changed. Now we have to make some changes in our diet. Nobody today does that way. But ideally, we should follow that routine. For instance, if um, uh, say winters are approaching, then beforehand we have to make certain changes in our routine, like wearing warm clothes and having these herbal teas twice or thrice a day, making sure that you drink boiled warm water. Okay, and making sure that you eat the right way, because any seasonal change is going to affect your digestion power. Whenever we enter from one season into
Got
another,
it.
your digestion power, your metabolism gets affected, and once that gets affected, your immunity gets affected. And then these atmospheric pollutants or allergens, I would say, there might be dust, or there might be pollen, there might be so many things, insects inside your own house. So all these can trigger you and they can affect you only when your immunity levels are low. So yes, we have to take care of these allergens which we are getting exposed to, but at the same time, if you want to protect yourself from these allergens and these pollutants, it is very important for you to enhance your immunity. So there are certain tips, as I said,
Yeah.
when we
So
are
it all
entering
starts
into a
from your
new season. Yeah, it all starts
yeah.
from the daily routine. In Ayurveda, it is termed as Ritucharya and Dinacharya. Like how should be your daily routine. So in winters, it's probably advisable that you do some sort of exercises. You undergo oil massages. Then you drink, as I said, you drink boiled water. You can have herbal teas twice or thrice in a day. So you can have all these different things which you have to plan your day accordingly, and you have to exercise. So that way you can keep your immunity levels optimal and not let the allergens affect.
All right. All right. So again, yeah. So it all starts from our immunity, and it all starts from addressing, like taking care of ourselves in our daily routine.
True, true, true.
All right. So we'll be taking a question from our Mom Junction viewer now. So Aisha
Mhm.
Parkar asks, does Ayurveda help ease seasonal allergies in babies too? And does it help in building good immunity?
Yes, yes, it
So
definitely
she
does now. And
would like to know, especially in terms of babies.
yeah. So, see, when we are talking about babies, now a lot of people think that it is very difficult for Ayurvedic medicines to be administered to the kids, but it is not true. Even the medicines are quite palatable, and even kids can have the medicine. Now, I would have loved to know the age of the baby that the concerned mom is talking about. But in general, if we talk about, if we make a habit of giving Ayurvedic medicines to the kids right from childhood, then there should not be any issue with palatability. Okay, they would definitely find it better over the conventional medicines. And then there are simple home remedies also which could be tried, like whichever water they are drinking, you can add some shunti or ginger into that water. Okay, so that will take care of these seasonal allergies that are happening. uh, any allergy, when it affects your body, basically the problem which we get is they affect the respiratory system, and then there is a series of symptoms like cough, cold, and there is post nasal drip, and a lot of night cough. Okay, okay. So if you are yeah, so if you are breastfeeding the baby, it is very important for the mother to take a proper diet. Okay, if the mother is breastfeeding her child and there is a seasonal change, she should take care of that, and she should make necessary changes in her diet and in her routine as well. Like if she keeps on binging over ice creams or milkshakes while she is feeding, then it is definitely going to affect the quality of breast milk, and the it will definitely affect the immunity of the child, wherein he can also have cough and cold. Okay. Secondly, if she is intending to give the medicines to the child, but if the child is very like say maybe 1 year old or maybe 6 months old, then she has to take the medicines herself. so that the medicines can get transferred via the breast milk to the mother. So definitely, medicines can be given to the kids in one or the other way. There are certain home remedies which can be done locally. Like if you there is an age-old remedy, like roasting the ajwain seeds, okay, on and then making a potli out of it, and then putting it over the chest. Okay, that will help remove congestion. Or just asking, keeping it near the nose. If the baby sniffs it, then also the congestion relieves, and the baby feels better. So that can also be done. And as I said, medicines can be taken by mom so that it automatically reaches to the child via the breast milk.
All right. So we have another question coming in from the audience now. So Manisha Podar asks, it's high pollution level at Bombay, which is causing coughs. What precautions can they take?
Okay. So, as we all know, the air pollution index is getting worse and worse these days. So, a lot of patients ask me this question, that what can we do now? If you advise us to do pranayam, then again we are going to breathe the polluted air all more. So, how to deal with this issue? So, yes, it is very important first of all to isolate yourself. Try to be in a better place. Try to be in a place where you would find some amount of pure air. So, we can't just quit our jobs and go to some hilly regions or to some vacation place every time, but make sure you take some time off, out for yourself first of all, wherein you can at least give once in a week, or say once in 15 days you should be in an isolated area where you're not getting exposed to the same weather or the same polluted atmosphere every time. This is specifically for the people who are living near industrial complexes or industrial areas where a lot of pollutants are continuously getting emitted. So it is very important for them to take a break. For others, I would say that you have to observe the pattern of the pollution in your locality where you are living. If you see that in morning time, like say 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., if the pollution levels are less because it is not yet so much crowded during that time, you can go out and you can have a walk during, preferably at that time in the morning. You can do some breathing exercises during that time so that you breathe in lesser amount of pollutants. Now, if the pollution has already affected you and you are having these problems like sore throat or congestion and everything, then you have to follow a daily routine wherein you do a gargle regularly. Okay, maybe a saline gargle, maybe some, you can add some turmeric to it, and you can do this gargling once or twice in a day. So that will definitely help you. Steam inhalation is another way you can do that regularly to protect your respiratory tract, to soothe your respiratory tract, so that there is no cough, there is no cold, there is no congestion. So there are these, and of course, all of this pandemic has taught us a very beautiful thing: wearing masks. So you can always opt for that and wear masks and stay protected.
Yeah, awesome. Like, as they say, self-love is important. You have to take time out for yourself at least once a week and, get
Absolutely,
away from it all. And yes,
absolutely,
gargling is something that my father is especially a big, big fan of. For everything, he's like, just do a gargle, you'll be fine. Just do a gargle, you'll be fine. So,
absolutely, absolutely,
yeah, it's good to know that, this is verified information. It's not just his, one of those grandmoms.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, so we'll
Absolutely.
be
See,
doing.
our grandmoms and grandfathers have always been talking about these things, but with the youngsters, or with I think people like us who are like very busy in today in our work and our schedule, heating the water, then adding salt, adding turmeric, and doing all this has, it might cause a bit hassle. So, but then fortunately, we have today very nice products. Like there is one from Charak Pharma, Kofol Gargle, which comes in a very handy way, and it is quite palatable. There's no bitter taste to it, so it can, you just have to it's very handy, and it can be done like very easy. So even kids love doing gargle with that, so that can always be opted to better options.
Yes, I think the thing with gargling is that, it's the salty taste that you really can't. It makes me,
Absolutely,
I think for a
absolutely,
lot of people, it makes them throw up. So it's good to know that there's
absolutely.
something out there that you can actually, like, use without feeling that sick feeling.
True, true, true. So Kofal gargle is one which you definitely won't feel as if throwing it out. So it has a very palatable taste, and it has all herbs, so there are no side effects as well.
All
So good
right,
for
all
kids.
right. Okay. So we are going to the third question now from our audience members. So Rajeshri Podar asks, can you suggest some tips for asthma problem in this weather?
Okay, so yes, we were talking about these allergens and these kind of infections. So talking about seasonal changes. I think they affect these patients who are having asthmatic conditions. Okay, because their body's immune system is hyperactive to these kinds of allergens. Normally, if an allergen enters in your body, there is moderate amount of inflammatory reaction that happens, and there is a moderate amount of secretion of mucus, and this is basically done by the body itself to remove that allergen out from our body. But when the immune system is altered, that is a time when we get this hypersensitivity reaction to these allergens like dust, maybe pollens or mold. Okay, so that is the time when the patient starts getting these asthmatic attacks. Okay, so again, I would say, as I mentioned, it is related with your immune system itself. So a lot of patients nowadays, they rely on inhalers and puffs, but I would say that you have to think over that. You have to think about how can you improve your immunity, and so that you can reduce your dependability on uh, uh, all these inhalers and puffs kind of thing, because you can't be constantly being relying upon that. So you have to think about enhancing your immunity. So there are certain herbs mentioned in Ayurveda which are good for enhancing immunity. There is guduchi, there is yashti madhu, okay, there is haldi. So all these home remedies you can try. Having a simple haldi with a honey, one teaspoonful of one fourth teaspoonful of honey with one teaspoonful of honey can also help to reduce the congestion and cough that patient gets. Having a decoction made up of tulsi leaves, or you can add some clove into it, some saffron into it, some ginger. So such kind of decoctions also help to to liquefy the mucus and to relieve the congestion, which normally the asthmatic patients are affected with. There are certain dietary changes which these asthmatic patients need to make. That is, giving up on curd. They should not have milk and milk products too much, because that usually aggravates all these complications. So they need to take care of that as
Yeah, definitely. I think this is one habit that even I have carried over from my childhood, where as soon as winter started, we'd start having doodh and haldi every night, and
well.
that
Exactly.
really helps us. It not only it warms you up, but it does keep a lot of coughs and colds at bay for sure. Uh,
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
yes.
You can
Uh,
also add some dry ginger powder to it. That would also.
yes, definitely. So Nidhi Agarwal asks, I have allergies from dusts that I cannot bear. Any suggestions for that?
Okay. First of all, you have to continue using masks, because whenever you're going to get exposed to the dust, again, it is going to trigger that allergic response in your body. And as I said, think on improving your immunity levels. Like, how can you enhance your immunity? Why does your body shows this hyperactive reaction when you are exposed to dust? So you can try using Kofol immunity tablet from Charak Pharma, one tablet 2 times a day, and continue using for a few months, and you can observe that how is the response.
And Aditi Khare Jain asks, my 2.5-year-old is allergic to winters and suffers frequent breathlessness. Please advise some Ayurvedic or home remedies.
Okay, okay. So with 2.5-year-old, again, it is tricky to administer too many medicines to them. So I'm very much sure that she must have already tried giving a lot of medicines to him. So uh, I think this one option is asking him to do a gargle is also going to be tough for him, because he's just 2.5 years old. So what I would advise is you can make him do steam inhalation. Okay, that will help him. You can make a decoction of tulsi leaves, or you can add some turmeric into it, some ginger into it, and you can ask him to inhale that steam. Another thing which he can do is applying sesame oil. Sesame oil massage on chest basically helps to relieve the congestion and cough and cold. It has very good results in cough and cold, so you can do that, and then you can do hot fermentation on the chest region, so it will help to the kids. Basically, with kids, it is also difficult for them to take the steam inhalation. So I think this is a better remedy, which a lot of patients give me a positive feedback about, that applying sesame oil on chest, doing a gentle massage on chest, followed by hot fermentation. So on the chest and on the back. So this relieves the congestion and the kids feel better at night. Also, if due to this allergy, if they're having night cough, then you can give some, as I mentioned, turmeric or shunti, that is dried ginger powder, or you can give some cinnamon powder, just a pinch of cinnamon powder in one-fourth teaspoonful or half teaspoonful of honey. They can give it to the kid at night, so that there's no night cough due to these allergies.
All right. Manisha Khosla asks, can I give Koful medicine to my 3-year-old daughter?
Yes, absolutely. It can be given. As I mentioned, it is not having any side effects. Like Kofol syrup is basically available in a sugar-free and another form as well. So it is also indicated for diabetics. In case the mom wants to take it herself, they can also have it. Those who are having diabetes. And for kids, it is absolutely safe, and the taste is quite palatable. So it can definitely be taken. Like normally with conventional cough syrups, you get this symptoms of drowsiness, and it induces sedation. It also causes constipation in some patients. But with Kofol syrup, you won't get to see all these side effects because it's Ayurvedic, safe, and herbal.
Definitely. Yeah. I think the drowsiness and the constipation are two things that you don't want to take
Absolutely, absolutely,
most of the time.
absolutely. That is the advantage of these Ayurvedic medicines over the conventional medicines.
Yes, definitely. So Sakshi Ankush Agarwal asks, my daughter coughs for 2 to 3 days and then she's absolutely fine. And then again, after a few days, she starts coughing in this pattern. She's 15 months old and doesn't eat anything cold. What will be the best remedy for her?
Okay, so this is a condition wherein the patient is getting affected repetitively. So this is recurrent infection or recurrent bouts of allergic response which her daughter is actually showing. So I think over here it is very important for us to see that her immunity levels are good. So in such conditions, she should definitely start giving her Kofol syrup because that will take care of her immunity levels. And she should also think about what diet she is taking. So we have to focus on her diet. She should not be given too much of, as I said, milk and milk products and curd. That should be avoided. Also, fermented food should not be given too much, like idli, dosa, or medu vada. That has to be avoided in such kids, so that excess kapha dosha is not produced in their body, due to which they won't get this repetitive infections. And of course there has to be a routine whenever there is a case wherein you try to heal from one attack, and by the time you heal there is another new attack that you get. Okay, so that indicates that your immunity system is weak, and that is not getting enough time to restore itself from the first attack itself. Okay, so during this course, like after when she is having this attack of cough and cold, that time you have to give her medicines, and you have to make sure that her congestion is less and everything. And once the attack goes off, you have to make a routine for her wherein she can do a gargle regularly, wherein she can do a steam inhalation. As I mentioned, applying sesame oil on chest and doing hot fermentation after that. Then giving her some kind of herbal teas. Okay, everything that has to be done so that her
Yeah.
immunity levels are again restored back and she doesn't get the another attack of infection.
Yeah. I think steam inhalation has also gotten so much easier now with those, those steam inhalers actually being
Absolutely,
available. You don't
absolutely,
have to do the
absolutely,
old
absolutely.
fashioned way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you also have humidifiers because of this. Many patients get this complaint of cough at night, or dryness inside the nose or congestion because of the dryness in the weather. So for them I would advise that switch off your AC because it is furthermore adding to the dryness in the air, and you can put on a humidifier, so that will help you to a certain extent.
All right. So Avni Dalal asked, what can I give against pollen as, they are sneezing because of pollen?
Yeah. So again, I think the answer to these questions is going to be same because as I mentioned that there are different allergens. There can be pollen, there can be dust, there can be some insects. Now, some people or some kids also are allergic to cockroaches. Some people are allergic to certain kinds of flowers. So the source of allergen varies, but the allergic response which your body shows is actually the same. So to deal with it, the first solution is to try to be away from that allergen which you are exposed to. So make sure that you don't get exposed to the pollens. Make sure you wear masks, I would say again. And then you have to think on improving your immunity again. So I think again, Cofol immunity tablet would definitely help her. And once she gets out from the acute attack, I think making a daily routine wherein she gargles twice a day, takes a steam inhalation, has the Cofol syrup, and then there are Cofol chewable tablets as well, which are very handy, and she can carry it along with her, and she can have around 1 to 4 tablets in a day. So that way also it will soothe the throat, and it will improve the immunity of her respiratory tract, so that when the allergen enters into the respiratory tract, there should not be too much of hypersecretion of mucus. So she can start doing all these things on a regular basis. And
All
most
right.
important thing is diet and breathing exercises. So that have to be done regularly.
Yeah. So Aisha Parkar asks, does eucalyptus oil help in cough and cold?
Yes, obviously. Why won't it? It is a age-old remedy, and we have been all using it for since years now. So you can just put it on your handkerchief and you can sniff it as we all do, and you can add it into the water and you can inhale it through the steam into the humidifier, and absolutely, it will definitely help.
Yeah.
It has a lot of antiviral properties, antifungal, antibacterial properties. So it definitely helps. You can just sprinkle it over your the pillow and the cushion of your kids wherever they're sleeping. So that way also it will purify the air also, and it will make sure that to reduce the congestion and symptoms like cough and cold as well. So it will help
Yeah.
certainly.
It also does have like the most refreshing fragrance, I feel. It's
Absolutely, it will keep
quite,
the atmosphere pleasant. Yes, so you can
yeah,
always use it.
yeah. So again, at Mom Junction, because mothers are our main audience, so one question that we get a lot is, what precautions can a lactating mother take to avoid transferring a flu or any other infections to their infants?
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
So, first of all, flu or any kind of infection is very less likely to get transferred from the breast milk to the kids. So, first thing is the mom should not stop breastfeeding the child just because she is having a cough or cold or any kind of a flu. Okay, she has to continue breastfeeding her child because that is very important that the child gets nutrition and it is not hampered. But as I said, because she's in a disease state herself, the quality of breast milk might affect. Like when she is feeling sick, she's not feeling good, the quantity and the quality of breast milk might get affected a bit. So she has to take care of herself. So it is very important for the mom, first of all, to start taking medicines and not ignore herself. Okay. So drinking warm water, decoctions, doing gargling, everything that we mentioned previously has to be started by the mother herself. Secondly, now she has to take care that the infection doesn't get transferred to the kid. That is not going to happen through the breast milk, but through direct contact or by contact droplet infection. That is, if she sneezes, if she coughs. Now, while breastfeeding, the child is very close to the mom, so it is very important that she doesn't directly look to the child, so she can wear a mask. She should probably avoid coughing and sneezing in front of him while she is breastfeeding, so that way she can take care of the kid.
Yes. We have another question coming in now from our audience. So Rihanna Karnawat asks, hello sir, any treatment for repeated cold and cough at age of 10 months? Is using nebulizer safe, and any tips for a baby who doesn't like milk?
Okay. Okay. So yes, as I mentioned, if your child is having repeated cough and cold, you may be having a habit of giving her some cough suppressants or some antipyretics if she's having fever as well, or another syrups which are available in market. But if they're having it repeatedly, then giving such medications over longer period of time and repeatedly is not advisable. It is not good for kids. So what you have to rely upon is enhancing their immunity. So you can always trust on our Kofol range, wherein you can use so many options that I've already stated to enhance the immunity of your kids. And I think another question which she asked is about nebulizer. So yeah, it is safe to use nebulizer, but as I said, that instead of that, you can opt for steam inhalation and all the household remedies which you already have. And if that doesn't help, if the cough and cold continues for more than 7 days, I think you can opt for all these options. But initially, you can try to deal with all these things with your home remedies which you have. Giving up milk while the kid is having cough and cold is actually advisable. So don't force your kid to have milk when he is having cough and cold. Okay, you have to understand that enhancing immunity, like milk, is good for health, but not when you're already feeling sick because it is heavy to digest. So you have to take care of all these things. And once the acute attack of cough and cold goes off, you can make a habit of giving them milk regularly with added turmeric powder and shunti, that is dry ginger powder. So that way it will not trigger further cough and cold in kids.
All right. So, Dr. Sawant, as like we're all aware now at this point that Ayurvedic remedies are, they're known for being gentle and not causing any harsh side effects. What other benefits do Ayurvedic remedies have over, modern medicine?
Okay, so there are many actually, but I'll try to enlist a few. First of all, as we have all have came to the conclusion now that there might be different kinds of allergens and pollutants and different viruses around us. But if you have to deal with it, you can't find a new medicine every time. So what is going to help you is your immunity. So you have to act on the root cause of the disease. If your immunity is good, then definitely no disease is going to affect you. If you get a disease, then you have to think about the root cause of disease. So Ayurveda believes in these two philosophies, which I think is it makes it really stands out from the other conventional pathies of medicine. So prevention is better than cure is something which Ayurveda believes, and treating the disease from its root cause, it's very important. So when we are talking about cough and cold, as I mentioned, like giving them decongestants or giving them cough suppressants for the time being, they can help, they can settle the issue for the time being. But then these things are such that they happen in your body because your immunity is low, so you can't rely on using them every month when your child is getting affected. So what you can do is thinking on how to enhance their immunity. So that is an answer to all these queries which a lot of people have. So I think going back to the roots uh, and preventing the disease is something which we all should opt for. Secondly, as we already discussed about the conventional medicines which are available for cough and cold, okay, they are all having a lot of side effects, like they induce sedation, they can affect liver health. Okay, we can't use too much antibiotics for the kids repeatedly, so we have to be vigilant about the use of all these medicines which we are doing, and we should rely on a healthy Ayurvedic way. So that the kid also starts believing in that. If you make your kid take all these medicines from childhood, they will definitely not find it bitter, or they won't like it. Such things will not happen. There are many patients of mine who, at the age of 4 and 5 years, are easily taking the medicines. Okay, whether it is a decoction or whether it is some mixture with honey and everything. So
Yeah.
nowadays the medicines are so palatable that they can be easily taken by kids. So we should definitely opt for this solution.
Yeah. Basically, a long term Ayurveda is better in the long term as such.
Absolutely, absolutely. If your immunity is good, then definitely the duration of your non-disease free days is definitely going to be more.
Yes, definitely. So we have a last question coming in now. So Payal Bansal asks, I'm sure many of our moms vouch on giving doctors brandy in winter to their kids or applying it on their nail beds or back of their feet. So can you tell us about, like, can you verify if this is effective or, recommended?
Okay, I would like to say that you should obviously try using all those products which I have mentioned, because again, this it might all know that there are people who use it, but then it induces sedation and it can also affect the sensorium. So it's always better to opt for the better herbal options which we have. So I would like to suggest the mom that try using Kofol syrup and give me a feedback that was it any better or not. As far as applying is concerned, it is good. You can apply that, but giving it orally, I would definitely recommend to use Copal instead of the conventional solution what we're using.
Yeah, that might cause some problems in the long run again, I guess.
Absolutely, absolutely. So
Yes.
it's not safe in a
Yeah.
way. So it's better to opt for a herbal and a natural solution.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Sant, for joining us today and taking out this time for us, and telling us all about, like, the benefits of using Koful products. And I would just like to tell my Mom Junction community that definitely get your hands on Koful products. They are available in all your nearby chemist outlets, and they're also available online on major e-commerce portals like Amazon, 1mg, Farm Easy, Wellness Forever. So you can easily get your hands on them. Definitely give them a try. And again, thank you so much, Dr. Savant, for joining us. And thank you so much to the Mom Junction community for participating today.
Thank you so much, Arshia. Thanks for giving me the opportunity. It was glad to discuss all these issues with all the moms out there. And just to end the session, I would like to add one thing that, as I mentioned, try to enhance your immunity, follow a healthy diet, do a regular exercise, and follow a healthy lifestyle. And as far as possible, try to rely on the herbal and natural products so that it will maintain your health. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
definitely going to keep that in mind. Have a good day, Dr. Savant, and have a good day to all our audience members today.
Bye.
Bye.